Jennifer Aniston plays a stripper in this movie? Well, I'm sold.
I have a smidge of marijuana down in Mexico. Bring it back here by Sunday night. I will pay you $100,000.
It was way out of my league.
You don't have a choice. What the hell's that? I bought an orca. I make a lot of money.
Hey everybody, welcome to MaffmanJones Movie Reviews. I'm John Maffio, and today's featured movie is Where Are the Millers? Starring Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston, Will Poulter, Emma Roberts, and a few other people that you might recognize from shows such as Parks and Recreation and such. The story is as follows. Jason Sudeikis is a drug dealer, and he's a pretty good one at that, but he's having some struggles. So he goes to meet with this businessman, Ed Helms, who has a really rich home, and he says Ed Helms has a smidge, as he calls it, of marijuana in Mexico, which he has to bring, Jason Sudeikis has to bring from Mexico to Ed Helms, and he can actually get a life back. But in order to do this, he has to make a fake family, which consists of Jennifer Aniston, who plays a stripper, Emma Roberts, who's a homeless girl who has a really pesky attitude, and this kid, Will Poulter, who plays, like, his neighbor, and he's really doofy. Like, he's a character of sorts. And together they form this little cute bonding family known as the Millers. Now, with that out of the way, I had no expectations for Where Are the Millers. It looked like a decent comedy, but the trailer was really cookie cutter, and there were a couple funny moments. I went into this with an open mind, and actually I came out of it enjoying it more than expected, because Where Are the Millers is probably my favorite comedy of the year, which isn't saying much. Behind This Is the End. The story is what you would pretty much expect. It's predictable, and you can see where all the twists are coming. But it's actually a really nice reminder of that one little movie that came out a few decades ago, you know, National Lampoon's Vacation, one of the best comedies ever made. This isn't that, but it's actually very enjoyable, and the chemistry between all the actors in this movie, the main Miller family, actually is pretty solid. That natural chemistry basically helps you get through this movie. Mr. SNL, Jason Sudeikis, he's charming, he's charismatic, he's the best of the bunch. Jennifer Aniston doesn't age. But she's actually really good in this movie because she has a lot of misses in cinematic features. This one, though, she actually hits her stride. Also, Emma Roberts, she's really cute and she's good in the movie, and I would date her as long as she doesn't bite me. And this Will Poulter guy he's very eccentric, he's very strange in this movie, but he works. He's probably the best character in the whole movie because he's so wacky and unpredictable as a character. You don't know what he's going to do next. He provided the most laughs in this movie. But the primary aspect of Where Are the Millers, the comedy aspect, and I'm going to go into my little subjective thing because every time I do a review for a comedy movie, I talk about subjectivity because some people find some stuff funny and some people find other things funny. I actually found this movie to be very funny. Most of the jokes hit rather than miss, and there's some really clever jokes in this movie that really had me dying. Just a lot of jokes in this movie that carry great gravitas and weight, and the chemistry of all the actors just brings it home. Now for the criticisms, towards the end of the movie, it loses some steam and the comedic value is lost a little bit. Also, like I said before, the actual plot is predictable and you've seen it before, it's very uninspired, but that's forgivable when your actual comedy hits all the aces and strides. And finally, Where Are the Millers reminded me of a little movie that came out a few years ago with Robin Williams and Josh Hutcherson, you know, RV? Remember that little thing? I used to like that movie, but like, really? That's not a flaw though, that's just something I really wanted to point out. However, to sum this all up in a nutshell, Where Are the Millers was actually a pleasant surprise. It has great chemistry between all the actors, it's engaging, and it's funny, as a comedy should be. It also had a nice little message about the importance of family, but this is not a family movie. Don't watch this with your family because it's very inappropriate, but if your family is of age, then feel free to watch this in the living room with them, because it's a lot of fun. Where Are the Millers is a full-course Applebee's meal. A 3 out of 5 stars. And now for the most important question of the day. What did you think of Where Are the Millers? Did you find it funny like I did? Pleasant surprise? Or did you not like it? If you like this review, please subscribe to MaffmanJones and like this video. Also check out Facebook, Twitter, and We Live Film in the info box if you want to. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I have absolutely no hope for that Ed Helms remake of National Lampoon's Vacation. You don't remake Chevy Chase classics. You don't do that. No. See you next time.
My wife, she's just a cheap stripper.
Okay, prove it.
Let's get naked, shake your money maker, baby, I'ma show you how to.
Have some respect. That's your mother.